1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Excuse me, everyone, can you please be seated? Take your seats. Okay. Councillor Carroll and Councillor Ross, can you please take your seats? Thank you. I would like to apologise for the interruption and what has happened. So there is some loose connection somewhere, so they're going to use the roaming mic and we'll take it from there. And if, in the meantime, the facility guys are going to be looking around to see where the fault is, but till then they're going to use this microphone. Okay? Thank you. Councillor Carroll, can you please reply to the supplementary?
Would you just like to repeat the question just for everyone's benefit? I mean, we've just talked about it. I think that would be useful just for the record.
You'd like me to ask it again? Okay. I'd like to know that RWM will assure me that Ways Into Work will continue to be funded for their 169 clients now and going forward.
Thank you very much for the question. Essentially, the answer to that is yes, because Ways Into Work have multiple funding streams of their own as an organisation, and in agreement with ourselves, they said that they would retain that number of people, and they've committed to that as part of the agreement. And of course, as needed, we will review that on a periodic basis, but that is an undertaking that Ways Into Work have provided to us, so the answer is yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Question F is for Paul Stratton. Mr. Stratton, do you wish to ask a supplementary question?
I don't believe he's here.
He's not here? Okay, we can move on. Question G is for Andrew Hill. Mr. Hill, do you... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You have 1 minute to pose the question.
On July the 23rd, the full council approved the sale of the freehold land for basically half the town centre, a few minutes from the Crossrail station, for nearly £1 million, which is less than the price of a sort of typical 6-bedroom maidenhead house. At that meeting, Simon Dudley noted that the real value of the Nicholson Centre lay in the regeneration value, which I expect is likely measured in 100 million-ish. But the valuation process clearly did not factor that value in, nor did the council hold an open market competitive bidding process for this massive public asset, with your report claiming that, quote, the only interest was likely to come from parties who would be seeking to interfere with the regeneration plans for Maidenhead. So who on earth are you talking about that will interfere? What evidence did you have to suggest that there will be interference in an open market competitive bidding process for public assets?
Councillor Hilton, please respond. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, Madam Mayor. Unfortunately, I have no knowledge of the topic you're talking about, and this is all relating to, I believe, Simon Dudley. So we will get you a written answer after the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Hill? Question H. Do you have a supplementary to ask? You have 1 minute.
Yes. The final sentence of your written answer says the planning system does not regulate the control of asbestos. Now, you'll be aware that officers did make comments to the Health and Safety Executive on asbestos. Councillor Bangura and Councillor Carroll have been absolutely superb in raising safety issues, and I would like to thank them very deeply for that. I think effectively you've got on the planning board, you've got things like asbestos surveys, you've got consultees or environmental health on dust, and you appear to be saying in this final sentence that the council would approve retrospectively a construction management plan in circumstances where it's concerned about asbestos safety, because you are implying that you have no right to reject an application on that basis. Is that a correct understanding?
Councillor Coppinger, please respond. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. I don't feel like an answer to the email. Sorry, can't hear.
Start again. This is a technical question and I do not feel that I can answer it here without advice, so we will try in writing.
Okay, thank you. Question I is from Ray Hayes Brown. Mr. Ray Hayes Brown, yes please. You've got 1 minute to pose a question.
Councillor Farrell, thank you for replying to my question. You say discussions continue with Ways Into Work. You say they intend to continue to support. This isn't guaranteed. Am I correct in believing this? What if this goodwill by Ways Into Work stops? What will you do to fill this void? And how can you ensure the safety will continue of those vulnerable adults?
Councillor Carroll, please respond.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. We've had discussions with them. They've made it very clear in those discussions that is their explicit intention. And I actually met with the Chief Executive, with the Director of Adult Social Care about a week ago, and that's a pledge undertaking that that number of people would be retained by Ways to Work. In the eventuality, for whatever reason, that doesn't happen, we will of course review what we need to do. And I would look to ensure that there is an alternative put in place for this place. At this point, there is no indication that that is required because of the explicit undertaking Ways Into Work have provided. Thank you.
Thank you. Question J is from Valerie Pike. Ms. Pike, you have a supplementary. You have 1 minute to pose a question.
Thank you. Good evening. Firstly, I want to just clarify the response. I did not receive all the information that has been indicated in that response. The only thing I've been told is that it was approved by Council in February 2015. What I since done in the last 2.5 hours prior to coming to this meeting and receiving the email was go through the minutes of Cabinet of the 8th of February. I could not find anything. And likewise, the communities and infrastructure overview of scrutiny powers, and likewise could not find anything related to this project. My question to the lead member, if I could please, could he kindly just clarify, was a business case prepared or not? Because if a business case was prepared, not only would it have identified what the scheme was going to deliver, but it would also have identified how it was going to be managed. This is a great concern of residents in the area. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Cannon, can you please? Oh. Councillor Clark.
Thank you for your supplementary question. Regarding the minutes and the business case or discussions, I honestly can't respond to that question, and we will look into that and we'll be able to give a written answer regarding that discussion. However, the question regarding business cases are generally regarding investments which are going to yield a return. Where you have pressure from residents and ward members advising of works which are needed for public safety, the business case can sometimes be merely an identified public safety risk or road improvement. However, a written reply will give you further information. Thank you.
But surely there must be a statement.
Sorry, we can't have a debate here. Sorry. Question K is also from Valerie Pike. Do you have another? Thank you. Question L is from Adam Burma. Mr. Burma, you have 1 minute to pose a question, please.
Thank you for the lead member for his answer, and I'm sure he'll agree with me that community wardens do a fantastic job throughout the whole of the Royal Borough. And in fact, it was great news in March 2018 when the Cabinet agreed to increase the numbers from 18 to 25. But looking through the report from that Cabinet meeting, it was stated that it would not be realistic to tackle the rising levels of antisocial behaviour and sustain the effective working of the community warden team within the current resources. So therefore my question is, would he at least concede that in dropping the number back down now to 19, it's going to at least become more challenging to continue to tackle that rising antisocial behaviour?
Councillor Tennant, could you please respond?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Yes, I agree, they do a wonderful job. And on the model they were working to at that time, those resources were needed to be increased. We are reworking their model, working on intelligence-led tasking. And so with the resources we have, complemented by the increase in policing, which is being granted through the grant of the Thames Valley Police, increasing police in the Thames Valley area and our borough in particular, we will have additional resources. And the increase in community wardens was partially to support the lack of police in the centre of town in the nighttime economy. Now, with those increasing policing numbers, we have a better model to use the resources we have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor, question M is from Louis Grant. I think it is not here. Okay. Councillor N is also Louis Wright. He's not here. So we move on to question O. Question O is from Terence Pike. Mr. Pike, do you? Oh, okay. Thank you. In that case, we move to item 6.